Good morning, third grade. Today you have lesson 146, and it is multiplication, where you have two digits in both factor spots. But today you're also going to learn that sometimes, especially with multiplication, you're going to get over 10 pretty quickly, and so you have to carry it to the next place value, and how you do that. So you start, in the example problem, you start by multiplying 34 times 5, okay, and 34, so you start and just do the 5 times the 4, okay. Well, 5 times 4 is 20, so you have to carry the 2 up here and put your 0 down below. Then we go and do the 5 and the 3, which is 15, but since you have 2 more up there, you multiply going across to your number, but then you add. That's why they have a little add symbol. Okay, so 15 plus 2 is 17. So your 34 times 5 partial product is 170. Then you go through and you're going to multiply 10 times 34. So then you're going to go 10 times 34. So you put your 0 since we're done with that. And then I also like to cross out, like they slashed out that too, because we're already done with that. So 1 times 4 is 4. Since we don't have to carry on that one, you just place your 4 in its spot. And then 3 times 1 is 3. And there's nothing that we need to count up above, so you just put your 3. And then when you add them down, you get your total product. So we had a partial product, that means part of and part of, but together when you add them, you get your full product. So let's try that together. So first, we're going to use this 4, and we're going to multiply 23, starting with the 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, so I put my 2 down below, but then I'm going to put add 1 for that next one. So now that I'm done with my 4 and 3, I go and use my 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8, but then we have to add 1 more, 9. So 23 times 4 is 92. Okay, so if I wanted to double check it, I could say 23 times 4. We've done this before, and it should be 92. So 12, 4, 8, 9, 92. Okay, now though, I'm going to cross out this. I'm done with my 4, so I put my 0, because now I'm doing 20 times 23. So I start by going over to my 1s. 3 times 2 is 6. Put that in its place value spot. Then I do 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, so I get 460 for that partial product, and I could double check it by saying 23 times 20, which I just bring down my 0, and then 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. So 460, that matches. Now I add them together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 552 is your total answer. So the biggest thing that we're learning today is that you add whatever you carry over. So let's try one more. So start with my 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So I'm adding 1. Now I multiply over 3 times 5. Multiply that. So 5, 10, 15. But then I add 15 plus 1 is 16. Okay. Now I'm done with this. So I need to put my 0 because my 1's place is all done. Now I'm going to start with this number, my 1, and I'm going to go across to my 1's place. 1 times 6 is 6. Now I go up. 1 times 5 is 5. I don't have any numbers up above to add, so now I'm just going to add both of my partial products to see what my final product is. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 6 is 12, just like usual, carry it. Then 5 plus 2 is 7, so 728. All right, let's do one more of these. So start with your 7, your ones placed on the bottom. Go up, 7 times 2 is 14. I'm adding 1 because it's your remainder. Like you had, or you're carrying over to a new place value, I guess, not a remainder, but you carry over. And we carry over 110. That's why we're adding it. Okay, so then 7 times 3, that's 21, plus 1 more 10, 22. Okay, I'm done with that one. I'm done with my 7, which is in my ones place, so I put my 0. Now I do 1 times 2, because that's in my place value of ones. Then I do my place value of tens. 1 times 3 is 3. Add both my partial products. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 3 plus 2 is 5. All right, go ahead and practice those, doing the last 2. For finding the average, to find the average, remember the first thing that we need to do when they give you a whole list of numbers, well, there's not a lot we can do. First of all, ask yourself, can you ever subtract more than 2 numbers? Nope, so I can't subtract. Okay, can I multiply more than 2 numbers? Well, you haven't learned that yet, so nope. Can you divide more than 2 numbers? Nope. So if it gives you a list of numbers, the first thing that you can probably do is add them. Okay, so practice adding them. I see here's an 11 plus 7, so 18. And add carefully, please. If you need to, go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, just so you don't mess up your adding because it throws your whole problem off. Okay, I have 8 plus 7, which is 15, then 16, 17, 18 again. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So now I take this number, 288, and I'm going to divide it. What do I divide it by? We don't have a second number, but we can find a second number. 1, 2, 3, 4. So divide it by 4. How many times is 4 going to 28? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 7 times. So that's 0. Bring down your next 8. How many times is 4 going to 8? 2 times, and that's 8 with 0. So your average is 72. And like the directions say, please circle it. All right, you've been practicing this next part quite a bit. Find the fractional part. Go ahead and do that. Story problems, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and temperature. All right, you should be able to do the rest as review. Good luck, and as always, raise your hand if you have any questions.